Hello everyone. In last video we have discussed about physical properties of metal. So let's take a quick review of physical properties of metal. After that we will start our chemical property of metal. First property is all metals are solid at room temperature. There is exception. Exception is mercury. Exception is Hg, mercury. Mercury is liquid metal, right? And there are 118 elements in periodic table. Out of these 118 elements, 92 elements are metal, right? Aluminium is most abundant metal, that is 7% only, and iron is 4%. Now, second property of is malleable. All metals are malleable. Which one is best Which one have best malleability? Au and Ag. They are best malleable metals, right? Second is ductile. Au means gold. Gold have best ductility, right? Uh, for example, 1 gram of gold, 1 gram of gold can be 2 kilometer. We can draw 2 kilometer of wire from 1 kg of, 1 gram of gold, right? That's why they are so ductile. Lustrous means shiny. All metals are almost shiny in nature. Good conductor of heat and electricity. All metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Best is gold and silver. Best. They are best. Best is gold and silver. If we talk about poor conductivity, Pb and Hg, Pb and Hg, lead and mercury, they are poor conductor. Poor conductor, right? In case of electricity, hard. All metals are hard. Except there is exception. First group metals, alkali. First group is alkali group, in which there is lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium. These all are soft. They are exceptions. Otherwise, all metals are hard in nature. High density. All metals have high density. Osmium, OS stands for osmium. It is a metal which have 22.7 gram, 22.7 gram milliliter inverse. Osmium. It is it have highest density in metal, right? Melting point and boiling point. Normally all metals have high melting and boiling point, except gallium and gallium. Exception is gallium. Gallium have 303 Kelvin. That is melting. That is melting point of gallium. Boiling point of gallium is 243. Boiling point is 243 Kelvin. These are exception. Otherwise, all metals have high melting and boiling point. For example, for tungsten, tungsten melting point is 3643 Kelvin. highest melting point. Highest melting point in all metals are tungsten have highest melting point 3643 Kelvin. All metals are sonorous, means they produce a ringing sound on heating. High tensile strength, metals have high tensile strength. Alloys, metals can form alloy. What is alloy? Alloy is a homogeneous mixture of two or more than two metals or non-metal. Means there should be one metal and another one should be metal or non-metal. Combination of these two means homogeneous mixture of these two is called alloys. For example, the steel. Steel is an alloy made by combination of iron plus carbon. Iron plus carbon. Stainless steel. Stainless steel. Iron, chromium, nickel and carbon. This combination of these metals are called, homogeneous mixture of these are called alloys. Now, in chemical properties of metal, our first topic is reaction of metal with oxygen. Reaction of metal with oxygen. How oxygen react with metal? When metal react with oxygen, it gives metal oxide. Metal oxide. Suppose that if metal of first group like sodium, if sodium react with oxygen, it gives sodium oxide. Sodium 4 to sodium. It gives sodium oxide. Simply. No need of temperature here. But if metal react with magnesium, if magnesium react with oxygen, it gives magnesium oxide. It gives magnesium oxide, but there is a requirement of heat. After that, if suppose that aluminium, when aluminium react with oxygen, it gives aluminium oxide, and we have to balance it. 4, 3, 2. Here we also need some temperature. Next one is your iron. When iron react with oxygen, it gives iron oxide. Right? Here we need red hot iron. Iron should be red hot. Red hot iron. It means we need high temperature. Right? Then it reacts with oxygen and gives iron oxide. One more thing, if iron react with oxygen in the presence of moisture, when iron react with oxygen in presence of mixture, moisture, what it gives? It gives rust. That is Fe2O3. XS2O. Let's balance it. There are 4 iron, oxygen, 6, 3. Right? Now it's balanced. Here we also require some temperature. It will react on room temperature also. But if we increase the temperature of iron, then reaction should be faster. Now, if we react copper with oxygen, it gives copper oxide. It gives copper oxide. Here we need prolonged heat. What does it mean? Let's understand. Here, if we react sodium, then there is no need of temperature. Simply sodium react with oxygen, it gives sodium oxide. When magnesium react with oxygen, it need some temperature. Why it needs some temperature? First reason, as we move downward in reactivity series, as we move downward in reactivity series, we have to supply more amount of heat to carry for this reaction, right? Here, reactivity of sodium is more than magnesium. That's why sodium react on cold water, but or less temperature. But magnesium needs some temperature. One more thing, there is a layer of oxide on magnesium. Before burning magnesium, we have to rub it with sandpaper so that upper layer should be clear. Now, in case of aluminium, it is also less reactive than sodium, so aluminium need also temperature to react. In case of iron, it's this type of metal is very less reactive with oxygen. So what to do? We have to supply more amount of heat. If iron is our red hot, then it reacts with oxygen and gives iron oxide. In case of moisture, when iron and oxygen react in presence of moisture, it gives rust. That is called rust. Iron 2 oxide or iron 3 oxide, maybe. Here, one more thing. These alkali group elements like lithium, sodium, potassium, these are highly reactive. So here sodium and potassium should be kept in kerosene oil. Kerosene oil. So, and what about potassium? Why lithium is not stored in kerosene oil? Because density of lithium is very low. Due to density, it is not kept in kerosene oil. So that is the property of metal. One of property, when metal react with oxygen, it gives metal oxide. And one more thing, all metal oxides are basic in nature. All metal oxides are basic in nature. If our metal oxide, if we can dissolve our metal oxide in water, then it is called alkaline solution. If this alkali group react with oxygen and form metal oxide, if this metal oxide completely dissolved in water, then it is called alkaline solution. Right? Okay. Our next topic is reaction. Now our next point is reaction of metal with water. When metal react with water, it gives metal hydroxide. Hydroxide plus hydrogen gas evolve, right? For example, if potassium react with water, it gives potassium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas evolve plus some heat also evolve. Here it's not balanced, let's balance it. Right? Here potassium react with water. Potassium may react with cold water. Cold water gives potassium hydroxide, hydrogen and heat evolve. Now if sodium react with water, it gives sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas evolve plus some little bit amount of heat also. In case of calcium, when calcium react with water, it gives calcium hydroxide plus hydrogen. Calcium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas evolve. Right? Here, potassium is more reactive than sodium, and sodium is more reactive than calcium. So potassium can react with cold water. Sodium is sodium can react with cold water, but it is less reactive than potassium. In case of calcium, it have very less reactivity than sodium and potassium. So uh, in reactivity decreases, we have to add some heat on water. Now, in case of magnesium, if magnesium react with water, it gives magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen gas evolve. In that case, we have to supply some heat. Yeah, before magnesium, we it is exothermic reaction, and after that, in case of magnesium, it is endothermic. It means if we supply heat, then it will react with water. It means water should be our hot, right? To react, when magnesium react with water, it gives magnesium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas evolve. Suppose that we have to react aluminium with water. It gives aluminium oxide plus hydrogen gas evolve. Let's balance it. 2, 3, right? Here we need water in the form of steam. What it means? It means that as reactivity decreases, we need to add some heat to carry out our reaction. That is our reaction with water. And one more thing, silver, gold, platinum, lead, copper, then Au, Ag, silver, gold, silver, platinum, lead, copper. These metals are non they are non-reactive, and simply they are not going to react with water. Why they are not reacting with water? Because in reactivity period it comes below hydrogen. That's why they are not replaced by hydrogen ion. Even with steam, unable to react with water. Thanks for today.